Hi everybody, welcome to Excel video 246. Today we're going to play a little bit more with these insert and delete options off the Home tab. But before we do, one of the projects I'm working on today is we went in and looked at all the memorized reports in a given category in cardiology group's PM system. And we took the logic out of those memorized reports and put them into a pivot table, so now anytime they change the logic in the PM system, the logic of the pivot tables changes, and we can keep our reports in sync with what the PM system's doing. When you're ready to get more leverage and more mileage out of your PM system, let's talk. Remember last time we did what I think is probably the easy way to insert and delete a column at a time. You highlight the column, right click, and you get insert or delete, and you can do whatever you want. Today what we're going to do is, well, we'll highlight column H, and if you hit insert, Excel sees that you've got a column selected, and so it assumes you want to insert the whole column, and it'll do that. And my column's still selected, so when I hit delete, the same thing happens. You think, well, Nate, that's kind of what happened before when I did the right click and I got insert and delete. Here's the difference. When you pick just a cell, let's pick on H4 and hit insert, watch what happens. Excel is inserting this cell only. So now H4 used to be here and it's down here, and everything moves down, but the only things that move down are column H. So if you've got data lined up and you think I'm looking at customer number or patient number or claim number or whatever number, 4, 4, 4, and then blank, or you come along here and I'm looking at 7, 7, 7, and then 6, and then 7. See how it's really easy to scramble your data by inserting a row? If you come over here, you can do several at a time, and you can insert, and watch what happens. Now I'm going 7, 7, 7, 7. That all works fine, but now I'm 17, 17, 17, 17, and that, hey, you know I'm okay, right? Well, look what happens over here. 4, 5, 6, 7 are all D's, and now I'm to C. Now I've scrambled my columns by inserting, when I highlighted this group of cells, Excel, rather than shift them down, like Excel did here, see how H4 went down? Watch where C10 went. C10 went over here to the right. And that's kind of the catch. If you're going to insert one cell or a group of cells, you've just got to pay attention to what Excel does to those cells. Does it move them down? Does it move them right? And make sure that we didn't scramble either your rows or your columns accordingly. You can click on the drop down and kind of see what Excel is going to do here. Let's undo my way out of these problems so everybody's back to lined up. And let's highlight these three and do insert. And so Excel will say, okay, you can insert a row, you can insert, watch what happens if I do columns. I can get all my columns, or I can get just this one row because they're all in the same row, or I can just insert cells, in which case Excel says, all right, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to move the cells right, down? Do you want to do the entire row, entire column? Let's shift cells down, and that's what happened before. See, F7 is now down here, and so now I'm going from 11 to 10 to 10 to 10 and back to 11. It's easy to scramble your data if you're not careful when you're inserting cells. Same's true here. If I take these three and delete, that's pretty easy. But if we insert again and delete, do you want to delete just the cells? Do you want to delete the rows they're in, the columns they're in, or do you want to do the entire sheet? And you just want to make sure that you're careful when you do insert and delete this way, that we just get exactly what we want. And when we delete, put this row 7 right back up to where it belongs. Don't shift them left or we'll get even more scrambled. So just be a little careful when you use these two and you know what Excel's doing to you. You'll notice here there's a way to insert a sheet and there's a way to delete a sheet. That works, but again, what I usually do when I want to insert sheets is work down here with these tabs. There's a bunch of things we can do with tabs, and we'll start talking about tabs next time. Thanks for watching.